I'm Mai Salazar. Here are the latest stories. The Department of Labor and Employment encourages private sector employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Trisha Gahitos has more details.
The Department of Labor and Employment, or Dole, has strongly urged private sector employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19 while affirming a policy barring discrimination against unvaccinated workers. The Dole said employers shall also seek appropriate assistance from government agencies in the administration of COVID-19 vaccine. Apart from this, the Labor Department has also said no cost of vaccination in the workplace shall be charged against or passed on directly or indirectly to the employees. Meanwhile, Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion is willing to support a bill seeking to make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory for the country to achieve herd immunity. In a separate statement on Tuesday, the Philippine Economic Zone Authority sought to include its locators and employees in the A4 priority group for COVID-19 vaccination as they are economic frontline workers. For Golden Nation Network, this is Trisha Gahitos.
The Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, said pharmaceutical firms should opt to secure voluntary licensing to produce COVID-19 doses despite the worldwide call to waive patent protection for the vaccine. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez said there is only a slim chance the waiver for COVID-19 vaccine intellectual property or IP rights will be approved by the World Trade Organization, given there is no consensus yet. In securing a voluntary license, the patent holder is authorizing a generic company to produce patented articles such as the COVID-19 doses. Should the waiver be approved, the trade chief explained the Philippines still has to implement its IP laws, which means patent protection remains. Meantime, the management of risks associated with COVID-19 would increase the chances of more Filipinos getting jobs, according to the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA. For News on Business and Economy, we have Trisha Gahitos.
Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Carl Chua on Tuesday said managing the risk will empower firms and individuals to open their business and work in the new normal. Chua advocated a three-pronged strategy to accelerate job creation this year. The first strategy is to safely reopen the economy while adhering to public health protocols. Another strategy is to fully implement the government's recovery package, particularly in terms of the budgets that have been allocated but not yet fully spent. Chua also cited a need for the government to ensure the timely implementation of the vaccine program to cover the entire adult population. The recovery package amounts to 2.76 trillion pesos, or 15.4% of the gross domestic product. This includes a combination of emergency support for vulnerable groups and other fiscal measures such as tax subsidies and exemptions. The biggest of this is from the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises Act and monetary actions to help keep the economy afloat. All of these complement the 2021 budget. For Golden Nation Network, this is Trisha Gahitos.
We are your voice for change. We will keep on bringing updates and the latest stories. I'm Mai Salazar. Watch these stories on News Force.
Here are today's headlines. Philippines administers 2 million COVID-19 vaccines. Food and Drug Administration grants emergency use authorization to Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. Philippine Coast Guard sees 7 China maritime militia vessels in Sabina Shoal. National Task Force for West Philippine Sea condemns Chinese Coast Guard's activities against Philippine Coast Guard. Inflation rate remains at 4.5% in April. India receives 5th COVID-19 aid from United States. Fair and balanced news. Comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.